I hit go, so now everybody can hear about your dog. So hopefully, we all can see a picture of Coco later. But
She might make an appearance.
all right, so we're here today for Friday features, and we're going to be talking about six roll and write games. I couldn't pare it down to five. I could have talked about 30 probably. And I'm going to be joined today by Scott, owner of Blue Highway Games, which some of you may not have seen since
Hey,
March,
everybody.
unless you've been in the store. He's there occasionally, Wednesdays and Sundays, I think. If you do pop on by, want to say hi.
True.
Um, and he loves roll and writes probably as much as I do. At least I think he does. Um, I know they're probably my current favorite category of game just because they're so diverse and they're kind of endless, very much a wide range of games, including
Let's
some for
tell
children.
let's tell people what a roll and write is. Most people may know, but just in case they don't.
It's true. So roll and writes also sometimes use cards and are called flip and writes, but it is where something in the game happens to cause you to write down something on a piece of paper. Think Yahtzee. Yahtzee is actually the OG roll and write. It's been around forever and ever. Fun story, I grew up playing the off-brand version called Yum. And I
Mhm.
didn't know there was a real version called Yahtzee until I was much older, and people looked at me strange when I said I wanted to play a game called Yum. But it was very much just like Yahtzee, where you're rolling the die, you're trying to get numbers sets 1 through 5, or Full House, which is three sixes and two fours or whatever, and then you fill it out on your sheet. And you keep rolling, rolling, rolling until you filled out your whole sheet at the end of the game and you add up all your points. And so a lot of games are using kind of those principles where you roll the die and then figure out what you need to mark down on a sheet. A lot of them use paper and pencil. Some are now using dry erase, so you can kind of use them over and over and over. But the first one I want to talk about is kind of one of the youngest ones I've seen called Color It. So I don't know if you can see that box. I'm going to give our Twitch audience a little bit of a closer look here. And so Color It has different pads of paper that are going to be uh, chosen by the group, and you're all going to color on the same one. So you're going to do the rainbow or maybe the flowers. And then you're going to roll 4 die. 2 have colors, 2 have numbers. 1, 2, 3 colors. There's a little star there. It's kind of shiny. I don't know if you can see that. But you roll them, and then you're going to take the number, choose one number and one color, and then you're going to add it to your little pad of paper where you want to color that color. The box comes with pencil crayons or colored pencils, whatever you call them here in America. So it comes with them, and so you can color on the sheet. You don't even have to have your own. They come in box, and you're trying to create, like with the flowers, you don't want to have the same different colors on the flowers. You want to have a red flower. So if you've already chosen to put 3 red on the far left flower, you have to always do red when you choose those numbers in that flower. So sometimes as the board fills up, it can get harder to place because you're only allowed to, and if you can't, you have to pass.
Well,
So
that
that's
makes me
color.
think of the old color by number books. Did you ever do those when you were little?
I did those recently as an adult.
It looks kind of, no, I haven't played this one to be honest, but it looks kind of like a color by number book, but with some scoring and some goals as a dynamic aspect to it.
Yeah, and so it's ages 4 plus. I think it's super adorable, and it's the youngest edition we have. There's another one called like Once Upon a Castle that's a little bit older, for kind of ages 7 or 8 plus for a roll and write, where you're drawing and populating a castle and putting turrets and people, and there's some strategic things to happen. But this one's just super basic color plus number. You get to color it in, and you have to follow a couple rules. The next one I'm going to talk about is King Domino Duel, which is maybe also a little bit younger. I mean, it's 8 plus, but it is for 2 people, and it's a 2-player variant on the very popular King Domino, which, if you haven't played, is sort of a domino type game where you're building out from a castle with these dominoes that are brightly colored landscapes to create domains. And with this one, instead of having actual dominoes, you have the die that you're going to roll, and they have different symbols on them and they have crosses on them. And When you roll, you choose one, then your opponent takes two, and then you choose the last one on your turn. And then that pair of dominoes you have to enter on your sheet side by side next to each other as if they were a single domino. And you actually draw what the symbol is from the die onto the little shields on the board. And as it fills up, you're trying to create connected areas of the same symbol, and then you'll multiply them at the end of the game by the little crosses that you have also been able to add to the board whenever they were on your die. So this would be a really good one if you were collecting the little 4-square quadrant shields, because that would be a multiplier of 2 that you would add to that when you drew it on your board. And at the end of the game, for each area, you kind of multiply them together. And when you can't get little crosses on your thing, you also have a little tug of war game that's happening between you and the opponent on the backside, where you are marking off boxes, and the first person to make it to the middle on one side gets to claim that bonus, and only them, and the other person can never complete that bonus. So there's a little bit of a race element, which I liked. I thought it was a fantastic little 2-player variant of King Domino, but it's also a game where you play with dice and pencil. And you've played that.
We did this one at lunch. It was a little while ago, but I thought that kind of like the original King Domino, maybe it's plenty fun for adults, but maybe simple enough that kids could do it too. So it kind of hits that nice family crossover point.
Yeah, and it's fairly pocket-sized, so yeah. Oh shoot, normally I write down the MSRPs of all these before I start, but I forgot today. So I don't know what that is. It's not that expensive.
Very affordable.
All right, the next one I wanted to do is, Rolled West. Now this truly is pocket-sized. This little mini guy is based off of Gold West, which I've never played. So I don't know if you've played Gold West.
No, and actually I haven't played this one either, so I'm excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah, so I've only got it to compare it with itself for Rolled West, and it is really just 4 little dry erase boards that you kind of flip open for your player board, and you have a dry erase markers that are included in the game. And then you have 4 die. What I like about this one is they're 12-sided. So it's kind of neat. They're not like the usual type that appear in these games, which are usually just like pretty basic. And they have a letter and a colors. I don't know if you can see that, Scott, but it's like a S in a circle or a W in a square. And those are the shape and color are the terrain, and the lettering are the resources. So when you roll all 4, and you have to set aside one of the 4 die that you roll, and that is the terrain that you're using. And some of the stuff on your score sheet correspond to specific terrain. So then the other 3 die that you saved, you can use the resources, but if you're building down here, you would have to match the color of the terrain that you saved from that first die to be able to build down here.
So that tells you where on your score sheet you can start marking things in?
Right. So if I saved copper, or I guess it'd be, I think it's hill, mountain, valley, and something. But you save the woods, you save the forest, the little green one, and then you can write on this top sheet. As long as you have other woods that you've saved back as the resources. But you don't have to do that on the other ones. Like some of them, the claims, which I don't know if you can see that they're asking for like 4 silver, or 4 copper, or 2 copper, and 2 gold. Those have to be claimed all at the same time. But you're saying you only have 3 resources and there's 4 spots. Well, on your turn, instead of using something, you can choose to bank something for the future round.
Ooh.
And when your opponents roll, you can also choose on one of their rolls to bank 1 in between turns as well.
Okay.
And then
like you have some little connected lines, like a little route that you're completing?
Well, for this one, these 4 here, you need to have all 4 at one time when you cash in. Like you need to spend 4 silver at one time. And so you would have written like S up here, which means you saved a silver. And then you roll 3 silvers or something. So you have 4 silvers, you cross this off on the top, you're spending your 3 die, and then you can mark off on here that you bought that contract. So
directly above that on the score sheet, though, where you have the lines.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, there's other things. So I was just kind of moving my way up. These top 2 sections, there's some buildings, which are sort of end game scoring. So you have two medals from the top row and the side row, and then you can circle wherever you have claimed. And at the end of the game, you'll score points for certain elements, like having these contracts. The shipping on the other side is a good place
Yes.
for the leftovers. So if you have things you're not spending, you can always send a copper or a single silver or a single gold along the shipping route. And there's sort of a race there because some of them, if you reach it before your opponent, you'll get bigger points, those bigger box numbers there.
Okay.
And for the bottom area, you're sort of fighting for majority as well. So if you have more camps and settlements than your opponent, in each row, you'll get a bonus, or if you're second highest, you'll get a bonus. So this isn't one that worked really well for solitaire. It doesn't give you a solitaire variant, so I just sort of played as two people to give it a test out. So, but you are competing for enough things that you'd want multiple players to play. Whereas a lot of roll and writes, not the first three we've shown, but a lot of them can be done kind of as a puzzle for the individual, which is another reason I find them so fun.
But
so that's rolled.
It's nice to have that interaction between people too, where you're
yes.
What you do matters to them.
Yes, so this one definitely you're paying attention to who's building where. It's so fast. Like I know I was playing by myself, but you really there's only 6 rounds, so and there's not a ton of choices that you can do. There's really just sort of the die roll will determine what you're going to be able to do with it right away. So you kind of mark it off and it goes to the next person. Presumably they wouldn't take 6 hours and it's back to you.
But that's also another thing I do like about roll and writes is how quick they are. So if you just have 20 minutes at lunch to play, you can probably fit it in.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Right. If anyone in chat has a question, we actually have 3 viewers, which is, I think, a record for our Friday features so far, for the live part anyway. I know most of you probably are watching this later on YouTube, but let us know if you have questions in the chat. All right, I'm moving on now to Super Skill. Wait, let me get the full name. Super Skill Pinball 4K. But I think it matches what the theme of the game is, which is an arcade. So it is all about pinball machines, which I think, as far as replicating this in a 2-dimensional or like flat, non-electronic, shiny, it's done a pretty good job. Let me show you, Scott. The people at home can see all of them as I have them.
This one's brand new, so a lot of people probably haven't seen it.
No. But they can see this picture that I have that you can't see. But there's 4 different boards, machines that you can use, and they're double-sided here. And they're super busy and loud, just like a pinball machine. And there's so much going on. Each of them, in the rule book, there's 2 or 3 pages of rules per machine board that you're playing with, just because there's little mini games that'll happen, things that'll get activated, things that you're scoring and circling to know that you have cashed something by hitting something. So how does it work? So obviously there isn't an actual machine. You would choose your, where is it? Choose both the backboard and the table. This is the table, then you have a backboard, and they go kind of together for you. This is where you're going to be able to keep score. I was well over 100 points. So you're constantly marking little points as you play. And then there's my favorite part, which are these sort of half balls. They really do look like a pinball, but it's flat, so it can sit on your board. And it's going to start at the top of the table. And just like pinball, it's going to move down with gravity through the zones. And you have arrows that allow you to kind of break those rules. So there's these little bumpers at the top here. So when I launch out, I roll. If I get any of those numbers, I can come over here and say, okay, my ball's here. I can circle off that number. And then on the next roll,
the path of the ball through the machine.
Yes. I mean, if there is no arrow, it's just going to fall. But sometimes you have to fall through certain like pathways. And so this one has to go through here. Whereas if you're coming from here, it's going to go through there. And so this little pinball can follow these 2 arrows as long as you roll the number that connects. Now the rolling is done for all players. It's not your turn. You're not waiting for anyone else's turn. You are always taking your turn. The only thing I could see that it would be bad is that it is possible for you to lose your ball before another player. You continue on to your next round, but if you go through all 3 of your rounds before other players, you're out. So um, people who are better at pinball will be playing longer than you on 1 quarter, and you're going to be sad
Yeah,
wishing
that
you had
happens.
more quarters. But yes, Chad in the chat says this game is great, which is fantastic to hear. I've only played this Dance Fever board, which is maybe why I'm showing it to you, because I don't really know what's going on some of the other ones. But yes, it felt like playing a game of pinball. I was very excited when I could jump up through the little uh, or drop down through here and have the right number, because then I could activate the little mini pinball game that was happening over here. And it's like you have multi-balls, so you'd be allowed to take another ball, and I'd have a separate thing going on up here. There's always 2 die rolled, so you would have, if you have multi-ball, you have to choose 1 die for one for the other, and if you don't have something, you're going to lose your ball. It might drop down. The little flippers at the bottom, since I'm using such great terminology, you can clearly tell I play a lot of pinball, um, have numbers on them that in order to catch it there, you have to have them free before, and you cross them out. And if you don't have any numbers free to catch your ball, you're going to lose it, and it's going to fall.
I like that they have different machines, different scorecards, so it's not doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, 4 different ones, and they're all quite complex. It was really neat. This one would lend itself immensely to being played solo, because you're really not engaging at all with other players. But like, it was so fast because you're just rolling, marking, rolling. It kind of had like a loud feel, maybe like a little bit like an arcade, and I thought it did very well. Yeah, very much so. Very solo. All right, the next one I got for you is a more complex strategic one, little less flashy lights. No Siesta. Have you played this? Yes?
Yes, I don't remember flashy lights in that one.
No, I said it doesn't. Spin the
No,
super
good, right.
skill pinball does. This
Yeah,
is
it's the opposite.
yes,
It's
this is
very peaceful,
non-flashy.
pastoral.
And it does have a solo mode, which I actually haven't done, but maybe you have and you can talk about it later. But I've only played it multiplayer. It's based off of a bigger board game called La Granja. So actually the name of this is La Granja No Siesta. I can't speak Spanish. La Gran... Huh?
I know.
I don't know. La Granja. La Granja.
I'm not gonna try.
I will stop trying to say that now. But this one has a very complex little score sheet here. And it looks like there's a lot going on, because there's also a center player board that has some endgame scoring, and there's sort of like a little race here with the hats. But ultimately what you're doing is you're choosing from the die roll each turn, and then you're adding one of your markers to whatever you chose from the die. You have a limited number of markers. Some of the die allow you to put down possibly 2 markers at one time, as long as you have the markers available. And then the die are re-rolled. People choose again until you're out of markers and die. And then you're going to spend the resources that you've banked on your board to fill in parts of your upside down player sheet. And really, it's a matter of just matching the symbols to what's next to the little areas. Some of them you have to build in order to ship. So you couldn't just fill in any of these circles. You'd have to start here and move your way across. It also requires a donkey for you to score the points at the end. So these are kind of things you're working on through the whole game. There's if you get coins, you can actually take, which I like from this roll and write, this actually comes with pieces and bits and not just paper and pencil. And this one, you're going to actually add to your board a bonus that you can then use in future rounds, usually resources. You can also, in the middle here, have some, hire some helpers. You're looking for some specific workers that know certain things, and once you've filled those in, you're going to choose from your personal supply in the base game and add those to your board, and then they give you permanent benefits for the rest of the game. Or there's an advanced mode where there's tiles splayed out in the middle that you're kind of racing to get from your opponents, which I think isn't too hard to pick up and fairly enjoyable. So it's a lot more going on, but not too overly complicated, just a lot more to think about, and feels like a big strategic board game.
when I played it, and I played it solo mostly, there was quite a bit going on. So it took a while to try to figure out how to score points. And I remember I was getting better and better at it, and I was feeling pretty good about it. And then I talked to our coworker Trevin, and he told me I'd been cheating the whole time.
Oh.
So apparently. But here's the beauty though, when you're doing it solo, nobody has to know. So I just still pretend that didn't happen and feel good about it.
That's right. I think you should. And unfortunately, when you're playing solo, you don't get to use the cute start player token, which I don't know if anyone can see that, but it's a pig.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge fan of cute, adorable start player tokens. All right, moving on to the big new one that I'm very excited about that we're going to play a little bit of, floor plans. So I have a little picture here so our at-home audience can see, but it comes with a deck of sheet of paper and 2 die, and then 6 or 5 different elements. You're going to choose one from each of the elements: design, layout, and build. And that's all you need to play your game. It doesn't come with pencil or paper or anything. So you'll need to have that at home. I'm going to be playing with pen today so that we can hopefully see it on camera, which also means I can't mess up my counting. But yeah, let's go give it a try. Let's play this here live on screen. So if anyone's following along at home and you own this game, you can, oops, hold on. There we go. Okay. Everybody at home can see that moving around. And if you have a piece of graph paper, you can probably also play along. It's, I think, 17 by 13. And so the way it starts and plays is each turn, we're going to roll these die, which I have the die here, and I'll tell Scott what I roll. And then you're going to be able to do one of 2 things. Let me see if I can move this over here. You're going to either use the 2 die to create a square of those dimensions. So if I rolled a 5 and a 4, I would want to draw a box that is 5 by 4 squares on my board. Then I have the choice to label that either a kitchen or a dining room. I have to choose where I want to put that number, whether I put it a D or a K. Somewhere in that square, it's going to actually take up a space, which might come into play later in the game when I'm trying to build doors and furnishings. Or instead of building a room, I can add, I think we call it furnishings, features, to my design that I've already planned out. But it's very specific what you're allowed to build. When I roll a 4, I can make 4 furnishings. And when I choose that, I'd also have to choose the deck and build 5 deck sections. So I'm going to draw 4 furnishings and 5 deck sections with that roll on my board, and I have to build them all in their entirety, which starts to take up a lot of space. But based on the cards that you've chosen for your game, you may want to do that. For our game, if you can't see at home, let me see if I can tuck these in here. We're going today for a large porch, which is a deck of 20 or more squares connected to 2 or more rooms. So I might want decks all the time because that'd be 4 turns of the game right there. Reflecting pool, which is 8 or more water squares adjacent to 2 or more trees. Those have to be surrounded by stones. The open kitchen is going to have windows between a kitchen and a living room. Also on those, the design has a bonus for the end game. For this one, it's usability, 1 point for each room that's connected to the outside by a door or connected by a series of other rooms to the outside. And then a shed, which is decking completely enclosing a closet, which kind of is interesting in conjunction with our porch. I have a feeling we're going to have a bunch of decks. And then well appointed, which is going to give us a lot of points if we have a kitchen, a dining room, bedroom, and washroom with unique furnishing arrangements, which means the little squares can't be in the same shape to each other as they were in the other rooms, which that's going to be tricky. All right, so let's give it a go. Let's give it a try. And feel free to play along if you want. So, to start the game, you have a 6, and then I'm going to roll 1. And we're going to draw a big living room, Scott. It is a 6 by 6 living room.
Can I do a 6 by what? 6 by 6?
Yeah. Okay. And it has to include that center gray square.
Right.
And I am already panicking.
Okay, that's going to take a lot of our space.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, this is huge. Well, I like a good living room area. Maybe it has one of those sunk down 1970s conversation pits in the middle. That's what I'm going with. I'm gonna
Hey,
put my L. Where am I gonna put my L here?
can they see? They can see your sheet. Am I
They can
okay?
see my sheet. I'm writing in pen, so I'm super nervous because I cannot make mistakes. Oh, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm a little more off to the left, if you must know. It really doesn't
Oh,
impact you.
all right, that's different.
All right, so we're gonna give it another roll. What do we got? We got 2 and a 5. 2 and 5. It's like bingo. We call them like bingo. So I can do a washroom or a dining room that is 2 by 5, or I can do 2 doors and 5 deck sections.
I'm gonna
You
do
know
a
what?
dining room.
I'm gonna do deck sections and doors. I think I may be playing reactionary to the last game I played of this, where I managed to have one door in my whole house, and that was not good. All right, so I'm gonna put a
All
door
right, build the
there.
dining room.
I'm gonna put a door there. Oops. 3, 4, and 5 deck sections.
That might have been smart with all of your decks, since we need to build a large porch and a shed. But I didn't do it.
Well, this one's not gonna help my shed any. I should have done on the other side. That would have been smarter. All right, we have a 3 and a 2. A 3 and a 2, which lets you build a washroom or a bedroom that is 3 by 2, or 2 doors and 3 windows. 2 doors and 3 windows. I build a door and some windows because why not?
I'm gonna do doors and windows too.
Now I just need a bedroom. No, a kitchen. I mean, I'm not telling you what I'm doing, but I want it next to this giant living room. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Roll it again. We have 6 and 4. 6 and 4. That's a living room and a kitchen. One of the two. Or stones and furnishings. Huh.
I do need a kitchen, but that would be a giant kitchen.
Oh,
And
we
that
are
doesn't,
really
that doesn't fit on my
big
sheet anymore. So
kitchen.
I will have to do some stones and furnishings.
I guess we want reflecting pool with some trees, which is going to take up.
How do we build the water? So a reflecting pool is water squares.
Once you have stones completely surrounding it, including on the corners,
Oh,
it fills up
okay.
with water.
Okay.
But
That's
I don't
gonna
know, do
be
we even have room there and there? Yeah, I guess
Also,
so.
trees are pretty large, 3 by 3. Okay, I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna try to make my reflecting pool. I think it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, me too. I may
Okay,
regret
but I have to
this.
do 6 stones, which I'm gonna strategically place right here. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the furnishings are going in my living room and my dining room.
Yeah, I'm making my conversation pit from the 1970s here in my living room. I am not ashamed to say that I would love
to
to
build a large sectional sofa in my living room.
Sounds good. All right, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
A 5 and a 4. So this could be a slightly smaller kitchen.
Yeah, not very
A
much.
larger dining room, or more furnishings.
But okay, here's the thing. What you did not mention is we have one free cheat where I can change a dice.
We
I'm
do.
gonna change your 5 to be a 1.
Yes, at the bottom of my sheet here, so people at home can see, you start with a free bonus. That's what Scott's going to be using up on his sheet now, and now I'm tempted to do the same because I really want a kitchen.
Oh, because I just gave that away, but I'm doing it.
Because I forgot to mention it. Whenever one of these bonuses are met, you're going to write that point value in one of these Post-its, and then immediately you have access to the bonus that is below it. You get to choose which one you want. You don't have to go in order. So I could take this as soon as I complete one of these. But yeah, that seems like a good idea. I am going to make that 5 into a Uh, I don't know, a 2? Little skinny
I made
kitchen?
it a 2.
A galley
I had a
kitchen?
4.
Okay. Are you ready? A 6 and a 2. So it's a skinny living room or a really big washroom, like a walk-in washroom, hot tub, jacuzzi tub, double sinks. Everything I've never had in my own home.
Or you know what else it could be? More stones.
More stones, which are important. I also like doors.
I'm gonna make some more stones.
Oh, I forgot to label this as a kitchen. Don't forget to label your rooms. Player at home, which I think is chat. Hi, chat. Looks like he also did similar things. Okay. I'm doing stones too. So
5, 6 stones. 6 and a what? 3 for 2.
a 2. So you got some doors. You got some doors to build.
I need doors. 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, ready? Woo! Oh no. Oh, that's a true disaster because I'm kind of roped in here. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to get this done with my foot. Okay, I can't. So we're gonna awkwardly watch me leave my little.
I could roll, but it won't help you, I don't think.
Well, I want our at-home audience to be able to see. We have someone playing with us. We're playing a game with Chad. All right.
Dad, here's what you're dealing with, just by the way. I'm well on my way to the reflecting pool.
I'm getting there. All right, we have a 6 and a 3. 6 and a 3.
Yes.
It's another biggish living room or a large bedroom. Or more stones.
Yeah, I do need more stones, so that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, fine.
2, 3, 4.
I have to put these somewhere.
And then we got some extra stones that are just going to be decorative in the corner somewhere. 5, 6. And windows, I do need windows. 1 window. We'll put a window in the dining room. 2 windows. Yeah, 2 windows in the dining room. 3 windows.
I now have 4 windows going between a kitchen and a living room. So I'm
As do I. Let me prove it.
Oh. I was so excited. All right, so I'm going to claim my 6-point bonus as a Scott. So again, that's going to go on one of these down here. I'm going to choose to have another die that I can make because I already used that up. So I'm going to put that here. Now I get that bonus back, which was the same as the first, where I can change any one of the die to the number that I want it to be. First blood. Does that mean you didn't get your kitchen and your living room there, Chad? Okay. So we have.
I'm going to do the copy you, Amanda. I think that's a good choice. The free.
Yeah, it's a handy thing. The other one are having ability to duplicate a furnishing or to duplicate a building roll that you did and build the same or different room. And then this last one is just allowed to put 2 doors somewhere, which is handy. Okay, we ready?
Right.
Roll over here. Oh, double 5s. Double 5s. So we've got dining room by dining room. Or a lot of deck. And you know what? I'm going to build some deck. Oh, I definitely want a deck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 10 decks.
Yep.
Okay. And we want our deck to close in a closet. That's tricky.
I know. But now it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 15. I still need 5 more decks to complete the large porch.
Yeah. That porch is large. Okay. And I'm working on my shed.
I got a plan. I got a plan. Do you have a plan, Chad? I have a plan.
Amanda?
Pardon?
Does your porch touch 2 rooms?
Oh yeah, you can't see my porch. Not yet, but it will.
Okay.
It's growing along the bottom there. All right, a 5 and a 2. That could be more deck sections and some doors.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, I forgot. You can put your water in your pool. I forgot to put my water in.
You just draw that in whenever it's surrounded? You make the water?
I'm 99% sure. Chad has 2 decks. Oh, he has 20 deck spaces, but not 2 rooms.
Okay, so what was that? A 5 and a 2?
A 5 and a 2.
A washroom, which I do need.
Well, I'm doing the decks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a washroom.
All right, I got my 20 deck and my 2 rooms.
That's impressive. That's a large washroom, by the way, 5 by 2.
It's a good one. You get the whole walk-in shower, jacuzzi tub.
Spa. Yeah.
All right, now I need a 1 and a 2 roll, but I have given myself the double bonus so I can change 2 die. Boop, boop. And Chad has the large porch, so we are getting there. Chad will have to tell us if he gets all 6 of his bonuses before us. All right, we have 5, a roll of 5. So we have...
A lot of 5.
Sorry, a 5. You can't see that. It's a 1 and a 4. I'm sorry. 1 and a 4.
Oh, that's not as good.
Sorry. 1 and 4.
So a tree and 4 furnishings.
Which I want a tree. I don't want 4 furnishings, but I guess that's fine. I do want a tree though, so I'm taking it.
Furnishings have to go in the kitchen, dining room, bedroom, and washroom. So kitchen gets 2 furnishings. I'm gonna call that the kitchen table. And the washroom gets 2 furnishings.
Oh, I could have changed that to a washroom, and then well, I did it. That's what I did. So now I'm gonna add furnishings. Ooh. Oh, we got a little kitchen table here. Wasted little furnishing over here.
Yeah, sometimes you just need decorations.
It's an end table. It's got some gadgets and gizmos on it. All right.
I could use more decks, please.
Well, I have a 1 and a 5. That's some decks. A 1 and a 5. I'm going to change that 5 to a 2 and make my closet, which is completely surrounded. So it is, in fact, a shed. You have a shed, Chad? Although you wouldn't know that it's a shed because I wrote O instead of C. But that is a C.
Okay, that shed is fine. What I have here is a reflecting pool.
Oh, you built both trees? Ah, man.
11 points.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm going to take my shed here.
I still need more decks. Yeah, I need more decks.
Okay, rolling. 6 and a 4. A 6 and a 4. I have a 6 and a 4, which is going to be a large living room or a large kitchen.
That's not helpful at all. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use both of my cheats to change that to a 4 and a 1. And
well, you have a 4.
Oh, okay. So I only need 1 cheat. So I'm going to say it's a 4 and a 1. It's a closet. That's a 4 by 1, and that will give me a shed. There's my closet, 4 by 1 shed.
That's very beautiful.
5 points. 5 points is going to give me some more doors. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm gonna do the double room.
I've become completely paralyzed. I'm gonna change that 6 into a 2. And we're gonna have a 4x2 washroom.
I need a few more furnishings in order to be well appointed.
Okay, rolling. 6x4.
Oh, that's gonna eat up a lot of space. Could be a giant kitchen.
Or a lot of stones. Japanese rock garden.
Well, I need furnishings, so I'm gonna do it so I can have 4 furnishings.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need furnishings. You know what I might do? I might make another giant living room.
I make some furniture. Get some furniture in here.
I'm gonna make another giant living room.
What's 2 living rooms? You can have the one that you put all your plastic covered furniture.
Yeah,
For the
this
guests.
living room is
sitting.
my bonus room, which is where I will put my giant TV and my home theater system.
Nice. Well, Chad got the well-appointed for 12 points, plus the reflecting pool, possibly
thanks,
in the...
Chad, for the reminder, because I am also well-appointed.
What?
Right?
Oh, stop it.
12 points.
I didn't invite you here on this feed to beat me in this game.
I'm gonna go with the double door bonus. Okay. How many? So one way the game ends is if you get 6 different scores. How many does Chad have? It seems like he's scoring a lot.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be a little bit lagged, but he'll probably tell us when he gets
okay.
6. When he fills up. I guess do we end and then announce who's the winner?
Scores, so you know what you're dealing with.
Oh, I forgot to put my 6 stones down. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. We have a 1 and a 2. That is a much better roll. Closet, washroom, or tree and doors? I am going to do the tree and the doors.
I'm going to do a small closet that's a 2x1. And I'm going to hope that I can make another shed.
Yeah, my reflecting pool.
Take a lot of decks, though.
All right, I have 4 bonuses. I'm not well appointed, though.
I need a lot of decks.
Chad has 3 bonuses. So you're ahead. You have like 5.
I have 4.
I also have 4. You can do the same one again, but it can't use any of the elements from the original.
I just need another kitchen.
6 and a 2. That's not a kitchen. That is a living room, washroom. One of the other, or doors and stones. Why do we keep rolling 6s? I'm not a fan.
Stones aren't going to help me.
I guess I'll throw some stones up here.
That's silly. Huh.
Outside.
I sort of messed up on my kitchen. Okay, so we'll just draw a bunch of stones for no good reason. 6 stones.
Chad is on his way to having a second reflecting pool.
Oh, that's impossible.
I see your second reflecting pool, and I wrote down 6 stones in the attempt to build my own second reflecting pool. All right. Um. Okay, so I'm rolling again. Ready? 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 Rolling. Whoa! One by one, tiny little closet.
Well,
Or,
okay. We're
ooh,
a couple.
trees for my reflecting pool. Do I go for a second reflecting
Ah,
pool?
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat and make that a 1x4. I'm gonna use my special cheat bonus,
Oh, I was gonna say literally cheat,
and it's
or
gonna be no.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
use
draw
my
whatever I
bonus, my wild card bonus, and I'm gonna make it a 4x1 kitchen.
I wonder if this gave Chad his second reflecting pool.
Because here's my plan. I'm trying to make another living room kitchen combo.
Oh, I can't draw. I think that's right.
Still need more decks.
I'm actually kind of liking this house. It just doesn't have a bedroom or a dining room.
You're right. I haven't rolled a lot of
All right,
bedrooms.
rolling. A 3 and a 4, which would let me build a bedroom or a kitchen. I need a bedroom. Do I have room for it still? Yes! Perfect! That's what I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a bedroom off the kitchen.
It has a washroom, at least. I don't have a door to the washroom yet, but there it is.
I also, for the record, I know nobody can see this, but I feel a little bit bad about it. I did cheat because well appointed you have to have a bedroom with unique furnishings, which I did not. I had a washroom.
Did you
I
build
had
it
a
now?
dining room. I had a living room and a kitchen. I didn't have the bedroom.
Do you have the bedroom now?
Working on it. I'm gonna uncheat. I'm working on it.
You're on cheap. All right. Let's see how Chad feels about that. Okay. Well, he has his second reflecting pool, which means he now has 4 things, and
I would have to see it to believe it.
yeah, you think he's cheating?
That's a hard thing to do.
I'm working on it. Right. Shall I roll and see what we get? A 1 and a 3, which is a closet or a bedroom or a tree and some windows. 3 by 1.
Oh boy. Okay.
I need a dining room. I don't think I have room for a dining room anymore. Whoops.
I do need the windows.
I don't want to have to draw a tree though, because that would ruin my second reflecting pool. All right, doing a 3 by 1 here.
What happens? I don't know this rule. If I can take the windows, but I cannot fit a tree in, am I allowed to just do the windows?
No. I don't know. I think
I'm gonna say yes.
no. I think you have to be able to use both die. Or you
both
can't.
of them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look it up in the rules.
Fine, I won't look it up right now. I won't take the time. I'll just do a bedroom. It's my penalty for
Chad has achieved now the open kitchen, which I think gives him 5 bonuses, and he says he will post a picture on his Facebook page to prove to you that he's not cheating.
Because I want to see that reflecting pool. There better be 4 trees on that picture, Chad. It's all right. I built a bedroom. I'm not gonna do it, Amanda.
Okay. Well, I wish I knew the answer to that. I don't know why I don't know the answer to that, but I don't.
I know you can't use part of a dice.
Yeah.
But if you can't use the dice, I don't remember if you just have to build a room.
Okay. A 2 and a 3. A 2 and a 3. So that is a washroom bedroom. I don't want another washroom bedroom or 2 doors and 3 windows.
It's a window and some doors.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Window, window, window. Door, door.
How accessible is your house there, Chad? Your usability bonus.
I have a lot of doors. I'm doing okay with
that. Chad has 5 trees.
Okay.
A 1 and a 3. Oh my goodness, I wanted ones earlier, and now all I can roll is ones, which is fine because they're small, but I want
great,
different
I
things.
needed the window, and then I have extra windows to just put in my living room.
Want sixes. I want. A long, skinny 5 and a 1. That would be perfect.
Did you just roll? Oh, you want a 5 and a 1?
You know, I want a 5 and 1. I rolled a 3 and a 1. I'm rolling again, though.
I need a 5. I do need a 5.
How about a 6 and a 4? Sandwich around a 5, but not actually a 5.
Really?
That's a kitchen living room. Big one. Or lots of stones and furnishings. So we're doing stones and furnishings.
Okay, yeah, that does allow me to not cheat anymore because the furnishings will give me a bed in the bedroom.
Ah, nice.
And then I'm safe.
I have... my bed in my bedroom now. It's gonna float in the middle. It hangs. It's a bunk bed. There we go, it's a bunk bed. But I need to put 2 more furnishings somewhere. So,
I gotta believe we're getting close to the end.
This is it. We are I am not gonna have much more room in a second here.
No, I need a lot of decks really quick.
Well, you can have 6 and a 4.
Nope, that's not gonna do it.
Well, it does it for my stones, so I get my double reflecting pool. Take that, really? Chad. But I have to throw furniture somewhere. My comp 1.
I'm gonna put another large couch in the living room. Does not help me though. I'm stalled out on points. I need a deck.
Well, I need a 5 and a 2. How about a 1 and a 2?
Did you just roll a 1 and a 2?
I did. You get a 1 and a 2. Oh. Chad wanted 5 by 5 as well, but no. A 1 and a 2.
Fine. Washroom.
Okay. Rolling. A 4 and a 3. We're not going to get any 5s, like ever. A 4 and a 3. 4 and a 3 is a kitchen, bedroom, or windows and furnishings. Don't want any more furnishing.
Yeah, the only thing I can fit, I can't fit a 4 by 3, so it's going to have to be windows and furnishings.
I can fit a 4 by 3. Oh no, I can't. It's only 3 by 3. So yeah, windows and furnishings, I guess.
I can't believe I'm not going to get my large porch or my shed.
All right, I think this, unless we get a 5 by 2, I'm. Oh my God. 3 by 2, not a 5. 3 by 2. 3 by 2. I should have abandoned the well-appointed idea long ago. 3 by 2 is going to be a washroom or
another
bedroom or doors. Ooh, and windows, doors and windows. Do I have enough room for doors and windows? I don't think I do. Oh, sure I do. One. Two. 1, 2, 3. I have so many doors, so many windows, It's a fishbowl of a
This is
living room with my conversation
deck.
piece.
Deck.
I have
Deck.
no 6 and a 3. So you're looking at a very large living room, or sorry, large bedroom, mini living room, or stones and windows. Well, I can fit stones and windows. Are you out? Are you out? Could you play some?
No, I can't. I have a stone garden is what I have. It's like I guess it's a stone patio stretching all the way around here.
Lovely, lovely.
But it's not open score any points. I need a deck.
There goes my shed. Either you got a shed, Chad, or you can't build a shed. Oh, he's crying, so he can't build a shed. A 3x3, so you can build a bedroom.
No.
Or lots of windows. I can actually build the bedroom, and I'm gonna give up on my dining room, so I'm never gonna get well appointed. But I have this bedroom now. All right. You stuck, Scott? You stuck? My board is very full. My house looks awesome.
A lot of windows in my house, but they're not helping.
I have a fishbowl surrounding my 70s conversation pet, bunk bed in my bedroom, 1 and a 2. I have not rolled a 5 in like 8, 9, 10 turns. 1 and a 2. Tiny closet.
I can't do the tree, so.
No, I can't do the tree. Closet.
I guess I can't do the doors either. I'll have to build a small closet.
All right, holding on. Guess what I rolled?
5.
No. A 6 and a 1.
A what?
A 6 and a 1.
No.
And I cannot. I am out. I cannot build a tree, and I cannot build a room that's 6. So that's it. That's all she wrote.
All right, I'm gonna build my 6x1 closet.
You have a long, skinny closet.
Well,
all right, you're gonna add up your.
Disappointing that I.
So you're gonna add up your bottom bit. Chad says super fun. You have to tell us your score here, Chad. So, all right, I'm gonna add up. First you have to do your usability bonus. That's 1 point for each room that is connected to the outside by a door or connected by a series of other rooms to the outside. So if you can get outside from your room, you get a point. 1.
I don't think I did this very well. Huh.
I have 7.
Yeah, that was
average usability.
Okay, I had a better score then. I closed it in with other rooms, so that was dumb. I had 2 usability.
If I can do math, I have 43. So people at home can laugh at me if I did that wrong, but
29, 31. This is not looking good. 36. I felt great about the first third of the game, and then it all just I think I had 36 points halfway through, and then I made it worse, if anything.
Well, Chad and his super cheaty board that we can't see scored 51 points.
Yeah, lots of trees, I guess. Trees and reflecting pools.
Oh, wait, I had 2 reflecting pools, and I wrote down an 8. That means I had 3 more points. That made a difference. All right. Well, that was super fun. That is Floor Plan. Turns out you can play it over the internet with your friends. So if you have a copy of Floor Plan, it worked. It was fun. We played with Chad. I haven't played a game with Chad in months since the store had Friday night games. So that was fun. Thanks for joining, Scott. And
thanks for letting us join you.
Yeah, they're going to be on sale all week till next Thursday. The full list of games, I got a picture here for you. So that's No Siesta, Rolled West, King Domino Duel, Super Skill Pinball, 4Cade, Color It, and Floor Plan. And you can follow us on YouTube, here on Twitch, also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. We are open. You can come in for limited shopping. We've been let in a few people at a time wearing masks. You can also still do curbside pickup if you're not comfortable. Just give us a call. We can bring it out to you, as well as our website for delivery. I do apologize. I did not have the prices here for you today, but most of these are fairly affordable. That's half the fun. And we had a few people joining us, so thanks for joining us in the chat, and I'll see you all next week.
Hi,
Bye.
everybody.